Hello and welcome to Great Water. My name's Brett Benson and I'm the Sales Director for the range of water softeners as we call the Pro Series. Today I want to introduce you to our range and discuss why we believe that our water softeners are the best in the marketplace, not only for the installers but also for the installers' customers. So let's start at the beginning. Let's talk about the build quality of our Pro Series water softeners, something we are extremely proud of. This is a typical resin vessel from a typical trade water softener that you can buy through any plumbers merchants or on the internet in the UK. You can clearly see when you compare the two that the quality of ours is significantly better. And let me explain a little bit further why. So this is a typical chamber where the resin is held. You can see clearly the thickness of the vessel to hold the resin in compared to the thickness of a vessel here. Also, with most vessels that you can buy, the valve that runs through the top is either screwed in or held on with cable ties. Ours is a one-piece piece of plastic. Very simple. The join is here, sealed, and the actual valve, which is the most important part, is part of the vessel, which makes it extremely strong and gives it its build quality. Let's talk about the valve assembly itself. The Pro Series of water softeners are the only compact water softeners that offer you, the customer, a 1-inch valve. But what does that mean to you? Well, what that means to you is you get much higher flow rates than you would do from a standard 3/4 inch valve water softener. On our 1400 series, you'll get a maximum of 58 litres a minute, and on our Pro 2300, you'll get 80 litres a minute, something that you will not find on any water softener with a 3/4 inch valve. So let's talk about a couple of features that make it easier for the installer and easier for the end user once the water softener is installed. On our Pro 1400, for the installer, you can fit it with side access, making it far easier when you're in a tight space under a cupboard. Like most conventional water softeners, you plumb from the back, but with the Pro Series, we've tried to be more helpful for you, the installer, by giving you side access, which means you can work from the side on it. And for the end user, once it's installed and up and running, what's the advantage to them? Well, we're very proud to announce that we can, in our water softener, use tablet salt or block salt for your convenience. So let's talk about the salt savings you can get from one of our water softeners and give you the opportunity to see what happens inside a water softener, something that you normally wouldn't be able to see. This is a typical UK trade water softener with a small distributor at the top and a collection point at the bottom. And within here is where the resin is stored. As your hard water comes in, it goes through the valve and it distributes here on a curvature going through the resin until it's collected at this point. But you would have noticed that on the whole, the resin around the outside never gets used. So what have we done to correct that? So this is our distributor at the top, there's their distributor, and our collection point at the bottom, their collection point. So as the water comes into the vessel, it's stored under pressure here and floods the whole resin vessel with pure softened water. So a collection point here and back up the resin tube, thus giving you salt savings on the water softener. A typical trade water softener for a family of 4 on a typical hardness will use probably about 10 bags of salt a year, costing you around £100. On the Pro Series 1400, you're looking at around 4 bags of salt a year, about £40. So a £60 a year saving just because of different technology. And that's the Pro Series difference. So today we've covered a lot of things on our Pro Series water softeners with many unique features. Features such as, for you the end user, the opportunity to save around £60 a year on salt. The opportunity to put salt tablets in or block salt. And for you the installer, something to help you. Side access when you're plumbing it in, but also once you've plumbed it in and plugged it in, that's all you have to do. Leave the water softener to do the hard work of setting everything else up. And finally, with both our range of water softeners, we give it a 10-year parts warranty. So if you're considering buying a water softener, please consider the Pro Series water softeners and visit us at www.greatwater.co.uk. Thank you.